Greetings, everybody. Today we'll be reviewing the best Spider-Man film of them all, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, just an amazing film.
It says in the title.
Wait, hold on a second. What are you guys doing here?
We're reviewing the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Best Spider-Man movie of all time. That doesn't look like Spider-Man 2.
No, it's Amazing
It's
Spider-Man 2. It says in the title,
It's
Amazing.
amazing.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
I'll just take this and Get out of my chair! Get out of my chair! It's my show.
God.
Oh my god. People.
Teardrops.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Blanking Out, a podcast on YouTube run by a little person, because he's pretty short, run by Rayan Butt.
Yeah, he's bearded, he's 30 years old, lives in his mom's basement. Yeah.
It was in his mom's closet.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, you know me, I'm Rayan Butt, and this is
Good old buddy, old pal.
Balaj.
Big Slicks J.
Big Slicks
J.
Chaudhry.
Yes.
You remember him from our top 5 movies of 2016.
It's supposed to be top 10, but it turned out to be top
5.
Yes.
And this is my old buddy, my old pal, Shahroze Sattar. And he was in my Comic-Con podcast, and now these guys, we're all friends here. We're just trying to,
Trio.
We are the Three Musketeers.
Yes.
And we're here to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, that was...
Now, Spider-Man is finally in the MCU.
Yeah.
How great of a feeling is that?
I mean, it's a long wait. It's 5 years of wait.
5
I don't know
years.
how long I don't know how long you've been
Well,
waiting for, but I've been waiting for
disclaimer,
We've been anticipating
I'm
this.
not a Spider-Man fan like these two, alright? So I don't know.
Really? I don't know what gave it away.
I don't know nearly as much as these two do. So like if you see me being quiet, then it's just because of that. Right?
Okay, at least you can admit that up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been waiting for about 5 years for Spider-Man to come into the MCU. Ever since the last reboot of The Amazing Spider-Man, yeah. Finally, 5 years, is finally in the MCU, and
It's just a good feeling.
it's good. It's nice.
Just seeing him exist in this
Seeing
world
him
where
come
Captain America
home.
exists, where Iron Man exists, where all these superheroes exist.
Avengers
Yeah, it feels nice. It's like with the Netflix series with Daredevil and all those things. It's nice knowing that they're in the same world as everybody else.
Before we go into the movie, I always like to talk about the expectations we have before we go into the review. So what were you thinking before going to see Homecoming?
For me, with the whole thing going back to him joining the MCU and being in the same universe, I was really, really excited. I thought it was going to be wonderful. Alright, I thought it was going to be amazing.
Wonderful. Wonder Woman came out last month.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I thought it was going to be amazing.
But that was the last reboot.
Oh, I thought it was going to be spectacular. Alright, and it was good, but it didn't reach like... I expected that it was gonna be amazing, but like spectacular. But like it turned out to be just like
A good Spider-Man movie.
yeah, just trying to be good, and it didn't hit me like the original Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man's.
Trilogy.
Because it's like with that it felt different and it felt like its own thing, and with this Spider-Man movie, I don't know. I thought it would be great with joining the MCU, but it wasn't. It was just another MCU movie, kind of.
Yeah, sometimes it does
Yeah.
feel. It doesn't really feel like a normal Spider-Man movie that we've come to know. You know, since Spider-Man 1 to Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's like this Spider-Man feel, but like now it feels like an MCU Spider-Man movie, which I guess is what we wanted. But
it's what we wanted, but it's not what I want now. It's like it just feels.
yeah,
I don't like
especially when I wanted Spider-Man in the MCU, I never thought that he would have so much Tony Stark influence.
I thought there'd be even more Tony Stark in the movie, but it turned out.
I'm talking about like the suit and like other extra.
Yeah, that's
other
true.
stuff.
Yeah, that was. There's a lot of influence there.
My expectation before going to watch the movie was I'm also a really big Spider-Man fan. So I was looking forward to it because I'm kind of biased. So I was looking forward to it. I wanted Spider-Man in the MCU for a long time. He's Marvel's poster boy, like not MCU's poster.
Yeah,
boy.
look, he's a poster.
Yeah,
he's a boy on a poster. Right?
Yeah, he's the poster boy. He's like when you think of DC, for example, you think of Superman or Batman. When you think of Marvel, you either think of Captain America or Spider-Man.
Yeah,
those are like the Marvel's poster boys. They're like the Marvel's upfront like superheroes.
Exactly. Even if you like, as much as they make Star-Lord popular, you're never gonna think of him as the first. You're gonna think of Marvel, Spider-Man. It's like that's what it's been established so far. Now,
so what I expected was ultimately just a comic book accurate movie that takes place in MCU from a kid's perspective. That's what I wanted. That's what I expected. And it was also a much younger Spider-Man. Instead of getting older actors to play younger characters, they actually got
a younger actor
who's young but also looks very young. So that's what I was expecting from the movie. And that's one thing they got right in the Spider-Man Homecoming was that the young high school side.
Yeah, for sure. I loved that. I loved how great they got the whole high school, and I love how close they got into Peter Parker. And I guess some people wanted a lot more Spider-Man, and I guess even like younger kids wanted a lot more Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, this is a lot of it's pretty. Someone was slow.
Yeah,
it doesn't have
it does slow
big
down.
action set pieces.
Yeah.
It's not definitely not like Iron Man.
It slowed down at times, but I loved it. I loved the whole high school aspect.
It felt like a high school movie, and it took aspects of different high school movies as well, like old movies and stuff like that.
Like Breakfast Club, especially John Hughes. There's a whole bunch of John Hughes influence on here. I like that they finally got the high school aspect. Like even in Amazing Spider-Man 1, when Andrew Garfield was in high school for the entire movie, that wasn't a main focus thing.
They didn't have that much of the high school scenes either. So
it was like that one early scene in Amazing Spider-Man 1, but like that was it. In this, it felt like high school was like a character in the
the whole high school part in Amazing Spider-Man was complete bullshit. Like there was nothing there. All I remember is like the beginning with him with the camera, and then he thinks she forgot his name, and then like, oh, you remember my name? It wasn't something, and then like skateboarding in the freaking hallways.
It was all in the background.
Yeah. I like this a lot, and I don't know too much about the comics, but I know that I like.
Oh yeah, I read a lot of Spider-Man issues before, and this definitely gets like the first when the high school issues, the first 30, 40 issues of him when he's in high school. It definitely gets that high school aspect of it right, and that's a really big plus point to this movie.
Even the story feels a lot like a thing I was telling you about. It kind of in Volume 1 of Spider-Man, it's like he wants to be like the Fantastic Four. He kind of wants to be like them because he wants to have the same respect that they have. So in this movie, Peter Parker is it takes place after the Civil War, and Peter Parker is trying to be like the Avengers and trying to gain the same respect that the Avengers have. So he's trying to grow up in a way.
Tom Holland is probably the best version of Spider-Man and Peter Parker that I've seen so far. Like Andrew Garfield got some aspects of Spider-Man, and then Tobey Maguire got other aspects of the Spider-Man character, but they weren't always
both equally.
They both weren't equal. Like that's both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
In my opinion, I also feel that way. I think that Tobey Maguire he killed it as Peter Parker.
Amazing as Peter Parker.
His Spider-Man, on the other hand, he wasn't.
It wasn't really the Spider-Man, right?
It was good because it still had some aspects of like Spider-Man's supposed to be brave, he's supposed to be courageous, he's supposed to.
And one thing they got really right with his version of Spider-Man was the whole Uncle Ben responsibility thing.
Yeah.
And that's a big influence on every single Sam Raimi movie: Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Uncle Ben is always heavily prominent, so that part of his Spider-Man, the Uncle Ben motivation, that is really good of Spider-Man. But the actual persona of him being Spider-Man in this suit and all, that wasn't really what it could have been.
I also think that Tom Holland, his Peter Parker, felt like a young version of Peter Parker.
A young version.
He felt like a modern version of Peter Parker, but not over the top like Andrew Garfield, because Andrew Garfield was just some next hipster guy. He felt like a normal, modern version of what
a high school, what he would probably be in high school, and then they'd be like, yeah, that's
a realistic.
If Andrew Garfield went to our high school, he'd be like, this guy's
not actually what.
Tom Holland looks like it, and then he also acts like it too, which is a really nice combination. But he also gets Spider-Man right, and he also gets the Peter Parker side of him right, and that's such a really nice combination that we haven't had before.
I liked his Peter Parker a lot. I can't say too much about how he is from the comics because I actually don't know, and with everybody actually, with all the Spider-Mans. But I liked his Peter Parker. Spider-Man. I liked his Peter Parker the most. The Spider-Man, I'm still a little. I don't know. I liked his Spider-Man a lot. I liked everybody's Spider-Man a lot. I don't know about if he was the best, so I'm gonna leave it there.
Alright.
I think that Spider-Man is not only about capturing jokes. That's the thing about Andrew Garfield is that I didn't like how people were like, oh, he's the best Spider-Man because just because he makes jokes, that doesn't make him the best Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Spider-Man's supposed to be brave. He's supposed to show courage. He's supposed to show so much more. And I feel like I can't talk spoilers, but there's things that Tom Holland does in this movie as Spider-Man where like, okay, that's what Spider-Man would do, or he would do this in this situation.
Yeah, where he was really gutsy at one point. Now I won't get into it at one point too much, or you guys would probably know, but he does something and he stands up a lot. He wants to look after the little guy.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I liked his how he acted. It wasn't only jokes, and it was something. There was something. I completely agree with Shahroze there.
Yeah, and with the jokes part of it, I feel like the one downside, there are very few cons of this movie, but one con that I can think of the movie that I said to you right after we walked out of the theater was that there were a lot of jokes and not enough serious moments in Spider-Man Homecoming.
You told me that after you watched the movie too, and I didn't watch it at the same time as them, but I didn't see that. I didn't think there were way too many jokes that I was like, oh.
But what about the serious moments?
I liked the serious moment. I thought there was a good amount because I don't want to get into too much of it right now, but like I didn't think the jokes were so over the top that I would relate it as a con. But so I wouldn't say that there were way too many.
All right,
I'll just leave that for now.
Agree to disagree.
Spoiler, yeah.
I disagree with that. I also agree with Rayan on this. I think that the movie it was overflowed with just jokes, and that's not. And
all the jokes were good. All the
jokes were great.
There's not like oh my god, cringy humor. This is millennial humor or whatever the hell. But like it was good humor. It was all the jokes were good. I feel like it is like the MCU thing now, where like it's a comedy now basically, but. I don't know. My opinion.
Yeah, I see where you're kind of now with the whole MCU thing.
Spider-Man is a character that is jokey and stuff, and he has.
But
he needs to be serious.
That's why like every single Spider-Man movie, like there's always a Spider-Man always crying or something like.
But I can't say too much. But like I thought there was enough. I thought there was enough.
They need more dramatic moments.
More dramatic moments.
Yeah, maybe
every time a dramatic moment would happen, it would just change itself from the joke.
And
it would just change the movie up. It would be like, oh.
There's some serious moments too, especially with Michael Keaton's character and etc. All these villains, and even Robert Downey Jr. and all these. There's serious moments there, but there's not enough, right? It is like an MCU Spider-Man movie. Speaking of Michael Keaton, Vulture. I think that Vulture is possibly one of the best Marvel Cinematic Universe films we've seen so far. Like, you have your Loki, you have your Red Skull, you got your Ultron, you got Zemo, and then I think you would probably fit Vulture in the top 5.
I'd say Vulture is like top 3.
Top 3.
I'd say Vulture top 3.
Loki, Red Skull, Ultron. Yeah, I think I'd probably.
I'd say right there.
Right there, yeah, exactly. You get his motivation, and not only is he portrayed by a really charismatic actor.
He's great as that sinister type of guy.
He's threatening.
He looks sinister.
Yeah, he's not. Because Ultron he was kind of joking a lot, but Michael Keaton there weren't a lot of jokey moments. When he was playing the villain, he was playing the villain, right?
Yeah.
And when he wasn't playing the villain,
there was that. We'll get to that later.
When he wasn't playing the villain, he was not the villain, right? Ultron, he was playing the villain, but then like he did some jokey moments, and I'm like,
with Vulture, I thought there was a lot more depth, but that when it got into the movie more, I didn't expect that it was gonna be like.
They did this a lot about the Spider-Man villains too. Is that they take like these, like.
That they're just bad.
Like Dr. Octopus in the comics, he's just like a crazy scientist, but like. They give him depth in Spider-Man 2, and then that's the same thing they give him with Agent Toomes. And that is a really good plus point. They made a random... He's basically like a bank robber or some other freaking... This guy in a crazy suit, but they gave him like character depth, and that is really good that they gave.
His motivations and just who he was felt realistic too, and it felt real. Like it wasn't like typical or cliche where he wants power or he wants this or like, he felt like what a real life villain would probably do.
Yeah. It was at points I thought that it got a little like in the beginning I loved how they set up him. I liked how they set up
his character
in the beginning. I liked it. And I liked how they set him up as some type of
he's just a regular guy. He starts up as a regular guy, but then stuff happens in his life and then he turns
and he's not even a bad guy. What he does is just illegal. But
it's not like
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not like that.
And the thing about Vulture in the comics, he's just this dumb, cartoony character, and they made him better.
Yeah, exactly. They gave him the film treatment where
Yeah.
like they gave him stuff, and it's
Like it's bad if you make a really good character and you change him up, but if you like have a bad character and you make him good,
yeah.
then it's
then that's really good. Yeah, I would like what they did with Vulture for sure.
I liked it too. I'll get more into that in the next review, in the spoiler. But like, yeah, I'll get more into that later.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Tony Stark for a bit. Now, before I went into this movie, I thought that for sure because they kept on marketing Tony Stark in every single poster, every single trailer, every single this, that, and the other thing, and I thought.
I think they were just trying to get butts in the seat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to Shahroze, is that it was just a marketing thing.
Of course, it was a marketing thing. My mom, wanted to watch the movie because of Tony Stark.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone likes Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
as Tony Stark. And if there wasn't RDJ in the marketing at all, then
Yeah.
people were like, oh, it's the regular.
It was 100%.
It would be just a
marketing ploy.
regular Spider-Man
Yeah.
movie, and that's what happened with last time with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was just a Spider-Man movie, and it didn't really do so hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad that it was just a marketing thing.
Yeah.
He's in it, but he's in it logically, like
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, he's in it enough.
He was a shoehorn.
He wasn't shoehorned.
He was there logically because he was there in Civil War to bring him in, so obviously he's gonna stick around for a while. And he doesn't like baby to Peter Parker. In fact, he stays distant, which is good. Like meaning he wasn't like trying to force himself into the movie too much.
Yeah. I want to say something, but I'll say that later.
Oh man, that's what you've been saying for
I want to
the
say
past like 10
but
minutes.
I don't know what's a spoiler and what's not a spoiler all the time. So we'll see.
You just keep your little mouth.
Alright, I'll keep it shut.
Flash Thompson was one of the concerns I had going into Spider-Man: Homecoming. He wasn't really he didn't really look like the typical Flash Thompson that you know in the comics. He was
and nothing to do with his race, just the way he was.
just his physicality, just like his,
Yeah.
I guess his body, and like he didn't really seem like a bullying type. But what they do with his character and how he is a bully is, what's it called? It's a nice take on it. I don't mind it. I like it.
It feels realistic.
I was fine with it.
He was more like an intellectual rival. Like you see him and then
Yeah, no, but he's intellectual and physical. Because of that one scene. I think. Yeah.
One scene.
Because isn't he popular?
He is popular, yeah.
And he's intellectual. And he's I don't know, it just doesn't seem too realistic to me because like he's smart and he in that scene. In that
Wait,
scene.
we'll cut this out.
Alright.
What scene are you talking about? The score in this movie is good. It's actually probably one of the better MCU scores that we've heard. Like, I really personally, one of my favorites is Avengers, obviously, and Iron Man 3. The Iron Man 3 theme, like, it always runs through my head. Da-na-na-na-na-na. See, like, they're memorable and they're really good too. Like, they stuck with me. And I feel like this is probably going to join one of the top, like, 3 to 5 MCU scores because, like, the whole main theme, like, it's really good. The whole soundtrack throughout, I feel like it's one of the better MCU scores, but sadly, it's one of the weaker Spider-Man. Probably the weakest. Because you got Danny Elfman, you can't top Danny Elfman.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna compare it to those, it's just gonna make it worse. Like if you think of it
But
as just a score itself, then it's different. But if you compare it to the other Spider-Man scores, it makes the score itself worse.
Yeah, but it's a good score for sure. But
so
it's
I'd say
the
yeah,
weakest.
I'd say as a score, it's a perfectly fine score. But like
but then like even like James Horner's score in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was better than
something that these things that are really iconic need to be. The scores need to be that
And I feel
iconic.
that Spider-Man should have the best score because he's the biggest Marvel superhero.
Exactly.
which is good because his score is up there. His score is definitely up there with like the top 3 MCU scores. But like
Yeah, but it didn't hit like everything.
even
that's
Hans Zimmer, James Horner, Danny Elfman, all the movies. Even if Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I threw over there, is not like the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
It had a good score.
It had a good score. All these things that are iconic, they always try to make the score just as iconic, no matter how bad the movie is. The score is always there. They know that the score has to be that good because the symbol is just that.
The symbol's gotta make you
Well,
feel
not only
like you're
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
every other superhero that's like just as iconic, their score is always that iconic.
Big and bombastic
Yeah.
and like
They make everything that grand. But with this movie, it was just a good score, but it wasn't like I'd say like.
It wasn't like the best.
I wouldn't say that it lives up to the expectations of Spider-Man, like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah,
Spider-Man,
exactly.
yeah.
Spider-Man is amazing friend.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
I think like I said, I've said this before, but I think that Shocker will have a bigger role in the upcoming films than he did in this film. He wasn't really the Shocker.
He was like a proto-Shocker type.
I hope they have something more with him, but I don't know if they will have something because like it was in this movie they just treated him as like.
He was like Shocker Mark 1.
Probably, yeah. I feel like he could probably be.
But I don't know if he needed more marks. Like, does he?
He
need
needs
more
the
marks?
mask. He needs everything.
Yeah, I know, but why didn't they just like set one guy up from the beginning? Like it was just kind of.
I don't know why there were two. Yeah.
It didn't make sense. Yeah, so I guess they didn't need to have two, but like, I don't care about him as much anymore.
Yeah, he was just.
It made me care less about the character itself. It was if they're gonna have more, it's just a stupid move to have two in the beginning.
I don't know. Yeah, two in the beginning.
About the villains, like having Shocker wasn't like. You know, like in the other movies, like Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2, they had like major villains, and that was the biggest mistake. They had Green Goblin, like those are major villains.
Like, yeah. One thing with Sam Raimi was a lucky motherfucker, because this guy had to do. Because he did all three of Spider-Man's main arch nemesis in one trilogy. He did Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Venom. And then that kind of like, alright, what do you got left for us?
Yeah.
But that makes sense for Spider-Man Homecoming. Why would you want to do Green Goblin in the first one? Because he's a young Spider-Man. I feel like if you were going to do Green Goblin or Dr. Octopus or Venom, you probably saved that.
It was smart to do Vulture because of the way he was set up.
The way Vulture was done, if you told me like 5 years ago, like, oh, they're going to have Vulture in the MCU Spider-Man movie, I would be excited. But the way they did the execution was better than the concept.
The MCU made the villain. Basically. The MCU helped choose the villain, basically. Like,
it made the villain.
Yeah, it made the villain.
Exactly, and that was good.
Yeah.
I like Vulture more now because of Michael Keaton.
So three villains wasn't. What I'm trying to say is three villains wasn't like a bad thing in this way. It didn't feel overflowed.
Oh no! This is how you do three villains, right, Sony?
Yeah.
Where would you say like that this ranks in like your all Spider-Man movies overall? Homecoming.
I think it takes time for me to probably rank it because Spider-Man 2 set the bar for.
Yeah.
It was it's like one of the best superhero movies and definitely the best Spider-Man movies. I don't know if it's better than Spider-Man 2 because that's always gonna hold a place.
I don't think so. I don't think for me.
But if I were to rank it, I'd either rank it maybe number 3, so Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, the original, and then Spider-Man Homecoming. But then sometimes my mind also says maybe it's the second best.
It's a good film, but a Spider-Man film, you're going as a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the first thing you said that I would probably put this as like the third best Spider-Man movie that we've seen out of the 6, out of the Sinister 6 Spider-Man movies that we've seen. No, just kidding. Somebody's gonna take that idea and then make it into a spin-off. Yeah. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's the best we've had in a long time.
It's the best we've had since Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2, which is like, holy moly.
But see, for me, it's the same thing. It's top 3. It's 3, but that's not saying much, right? Because if you're just gonna go like.
Spider-Man 3, Amazing
Spider-Man 1 and 2, which were really good, and then there was Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Now what are you gonna do with those, and where are you gonna put Homecoming, which is a good movie? These all 3 were bad. That was a good movie, and there hasn't been a good movie since those 2. So it's really easy just to put it there, but you're gonna say, oh, it's the best top 3. That's not saying much.
Exactly, because look at the other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, so just because we're saying that's best 3 out of the 6, it's not saying much at all.
But it is a good movie, though.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Now that's where you can rate it.
It's just refreshing to see that Spider-Man's finally been doing right, and they actually made this movie getting acclaimed to be very good, and it's also making a lot of money. So it's just nice to finally have a character that you love so much finally,
in the world that you wanted to. In his home world.
Yeah.
And this is his home world, and he has come home.
Oh, how do we rate this? Alright, so who wants to go first?
Okay, so I think I'll go first.
Alright.
Okay, because this is my channel, it's my show.
Alright, so final
I'm the host. The most I give Spider-Man Homecoming 9 out of 10.
Oh.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Right. Any final thoughts? Like last pointers?
9 out of 10. The only reason that it doesn't get a complete 10 out of 10 is my big complaint that it had too many jokes, not a lot of serious moments. I think, 9 out of 10. But believe me, there's a big distance between 9 out of 10 and 9.5, 9.2, 9.7, 9.10. 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Spider-Man 2 is definitely 10 out of 10. Probably 11 out of 10. And Spider-Man 1 is probably 10 out of 10. And then Spider-Man Homecoming is a 9 out of 10.
Okay, Shahroze?
I had a good time the entire movie. I was smiling throughout. I was having fun. I had fun time. And like, if I were to look at it critically, obviously that's different. But as a fun scale, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a big Spider-Man fan as well. I read the comics and everything, and I'd say I had fun in this movie. I think that as a Spider-Man movie, it's great. As a film, it's great. Just to me, like I said, I didn't feel as satisfied as I was with the Sam Raimi movies. Maybe it's because that's my childhood, maybe not. But I do trust Marvel, and I do think that in the next couple of movies they'll be better. But I'd probably give this movie either an 8.5 out of 10 or also a 9 out of 10. I think that it was a really good movie though. It was really good, and I was really happy. But just after watching it, there's thoughts come in about it not being the most satisfying movie, and I was kind of hoping them to do more and explore more that they could have done.
I agree with you there too. And Mr. Biggs Flicks?
So for me, I can't say what I thought if I related it to the comics or even I can say it relating to the Sam Raimi trilogy, but I'm thinking of it just as a film. And I'm on the fence, so I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh!
Yeah, an 8 out of 10. I was thinking of even a little less, but I'm thinking 8 out of 10.
8 out of
right?
10?
Yeah, an 8 out of 10. Now, it might be a little confusing now because you guys are true Spider-Man fans, right? And you guys probably know a lot.
You're fake.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't even claim to be a Spider-Man fan because you're right.
So sorry.
You're trying to cover that up.
So I'm a true.
Good movie.
I'm a true film fan, right? But I'm not like a Spider-Man fan. So the movie was good, and it wasn't nearly as good for me as Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1, or maybe close to Spider-Man 1. And yeah, 8 out of 10. I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10.
All right, and that was our thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. This was a spoiler-free review. Today, later on, we're gonna be going into spoilers on this guy's channel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
SattarStudios.
SattarStudios. Check that out. Link will probably be in the description. Link will be in the description. I'll probably put like a card on here or something. I don't know how that works. I don't know how YouTubing works.
Are they gonna click my face? Like the typical cliche stuff?
Yeah, you're gonna click that beautiful face. SattarStudios Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk. Be sure to subscribe to him. Be sure to subscribe to Biggs Flicks.
Yeah, it's in the works.
He has a lot of content.
Oh, sure.
A lot of content. Be sure to subscribe to him. Any plugs, any last plugs? Because I'm blanking out. We do plugs at the end of our podcast.
I think the only plug is subscribe to my channel.
Oh, right.
I'm not plugging.
King.
No plugs.
And plugs? No.
And like this video. Like this video.
Yeah, man, like this video.
Like this video. I don't even post that much. So just like this video. Alright, I'm back.
Comment how much you liked me. Only me.
Or me.
Only me.
Let us know your thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming.
And
Let us know your thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming.
and tell us if you wanted an Amazing Spider-Man 2 review instead.
Yeah, then we'll...
Yeah.
Then
We'll do that
wait,
instead.
we'll cut this out. We're never actually doing Amazing Spider-Man review because that movie is shit.
No, we are. We are. Because that movie's amazing.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe to these two knuckleheads. Be sure to subscribe to me because you're on my channel. Maybe just click that subscribe button. And that's about it.
That's about it. Okay. That's so stealing. That's about it. The one where in the gym where he's climbing the rope. And then he jumps down.
Oh, he's physical?
Yeah, he's physical. I don't know. He's just known. It just doesn't seem. It seems too good to be true. If he's smart, he's popular, and he's a little physical.
No, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the.
And he's not even white. It doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Okay. I
can disagree. Okay, let's continue on.
I don't know why there were two. Yeah.
It didn't make sense. Like, oh, the one guy, he was angry at him, so he killed him, and that was oops.
I'm cutting that out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, I'm too used to it.
Okay, I'm cutting it out. Don't worry about it.